Hi guys. Okay, lesson 7.6, share and show. I'm going to read you the directions first. It says continue making equal groups to find 18 divided by 6. Excuse me. Okay. So you're going to finish the picture that they already started for you. The next row has you use unknown factors and to help you find the quotient. So instead of doing 36 divided by 6, can you flip it around and figure out what do you multiply by 6 to get 36? Same thing with this one. Instead of doing 12 divided by 6, can you flip it around and do a multiplication problem? What do you multiply by 6 to get 12? And then the last row just says find the quotient. So whichever way is best for you. You can draw circle groups. You could draw rays. You could use multiplication facts that you know. You can use this strategy of breaking the divisor down into its factors and do like a two-step division problem. What other way have we learned? You can skip count. Okay, so anything that you are good at, that's what you can use to solve these at the bottom. But make sure you are sure about your method that you're choosing, and are you really good at it, or are you choosing it because it's the fastest? Okay, so pick one that you're good at, even if it takes you a little longer. Okay, so pause the video now, try those, and then come back when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, so let's finish this picture. So 18 we know in division is the total, and 6 could be the groups, or it could be how many in each. So let's see what they've started so far to see if how they're using the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is inside of this group. So it looks like they're using the 6 as how many in each. And I want to keep that picture going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now if I've already counted how many in each with the number 6 here, then I'm left to count how many groups. So 1, 2, 3. If you got 3, awesome job. All right, so down here, they're saying instead of doing 36 divided by 6, can you figure out what the related fact is? And again, if you've memorized your facts, you would know that 6 times 6 is 36. If you don't know that fact yet from memory, make sure you're using extra math at home every day, 15 minutes, so you can memorize your facts. I have some people who are very close to memorizing every single multiplication fact. Shout out to Paula. She's been doing extra math almost every day, and she's this close. I think she has 5 facts left that she hasn't done yet, so that's awesome. She's almost done mastering all of her facts, and I have about I would say 8 people who are at 55 of their mastery score or above, which is excellent. And then there's a lot of friends who are still pretty low on their mastery score where you have a lot more facts left. So please make sure you're practicing and studying your math facts so you can memorize them. Because in 4th grade, like I said, you're not going to have time to do skip counting, drawing your circle groups anymore. Your teacher is going to have many other things that she's going to have to get through each day in the lesson, and she can't wait for you to be doing your skip counting. So make sure you memorize them before that. Anyway, so let's get back to number 2. Now that I know 6 times 6 is 36, then I can do 36 divided by 6 equals 6. Same thing with this one. Maybe I don't know what 12 times 6, 12 divided by 6 is, but if I flip it around, I can think, well, what do I multiply by 6 to get 12? And that would be 2. So then 12 divided by 6 must be 2. Okay, last row. If I think of 0 divided by 2 as a picture, that might help me understand how to get the answer a little better. Whenever there's zeros involved, it gets a little tricky. So I like to draw pictures. So 0 is the total. So think of 0 goldfish. I'm putting them into 2 bowls, like 2 groups. But I have 0 goldfish to put in, so I'm putting in nothing. So how many does each group get? 0. Anything when you're using 0, if you ever divide 0 by anything, your answer is always going to be 0. Okay, 6 divided by 6, same thing. The numbers are the same, so it's a little tricky sounding. So let's do a picture again. 6 is the total. The second 6 maybe is the groups. So let's draw 6 groups. 5, 6, and then I have 6 total to pass out into those groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many goes into each one? 1. Uh-oh, you're going to see Joe, big Joe. All right. Now the other ones, maybe I can use some of the other strategies we've learned. So 28 is my total divided by 4. So I could skip count by 4, or I could use the factors of 4, which are 2 times a 2. So what's 28? I'm just getting rid of this so it doesn't distract us. 28 divided by 2. So if you cut 28 in half, that would give you 14. But let me write that. 28 divided by 2 equals 14. But then we have to do it again because we're not supposed to really be divided by 2. We're supposed to divide by 4. So now 14 divided by 2. Cut 14 in half. 7 is the double. So this one should have been 7. I think that's my favorite strategy to use for 4s because we're really good at dividing by 2. So just doing that twice is pretty easy. All right. 42 divided by 6. I could draw a picture. Or maybe I could use that same strategy again. Divide by the factors of 6, which are a 3 and a 2. The only problem is 42 is kind of a big number to divide by 3. So you might have to, let me think about this one if I want a different strategy. Maybe I'll do circle groups instead. 42 is kind of big to divide by 3. So I'll do 4, 5, 5, 6, and I'll pass them out one at a time until I get to 42. And if you do that, you should get 7 in each. So 42 divided by 7 is 6. But again, if you know your multiplication facts, you would have known that 6 times 7 is 42. Okay, so you can pause that and we'll move on to on your own.